Now, one of the things about AI music in general that I find a little annoying, actually really annoying, is this. Y'all remember Myspace? That beautiful social media site like 20 years ago that was really good at helping you promote your music because it had that player on the main page and you can post your own music or songs that you want or anything like that. So I had my own Myspace page, as most people did back in the day, and I posted my own music, and that's sort of how I got really started as a singer-songwriter and taking it more seriously, posting my music and getting actual feedback from not only friends but random people that I had befriended online, giving me positive and sometimes negative feedback on my music. So one of the songs that I released on my Myspace back in the day was a song called Going Crazy. I never officially released it outside of Myspace, and I recorded the song back in 2010, okay, a whopping 15 years ago. And I recorded it back on Pro Tools, and I recorded it in my dad's music studio that we had in the garage. And I was not a producer at that point, a very good one at least, I should say. I've learned a lot in the 15 years since I've made that song. As I was getting used to learning how to use Suno and getting more comfortable with AI helping me recreate some of my music, I'll link a video here where I talk about that in detail. I figured I'd run Going Crazy through it and just kind of see what it spits out. And it spit out something pretty dope to the point where I figured I would remix my song Going Crazy and re-release it, which I did. And I will put a link to the song down below for you to check out. I actually think it turned out pretty dope. But what I want to do is I want to show you the original recording for Going Crazy first, just so you can see what I ended up doing. So this is what the original for Going Crazy sounded like.
I've been told that I like to play with the fire, cross the line to see who will hurt and admire.
Okay, so this is from an MP3 that, this is the only track I have left of this song. I don't have the session, I don't have the multi-track, nothing. This was Pro Tools 15 years ago. I have no clue where the session is. I just have this maybe 192 kilobits per second MP3, okay, that I was able to use to put on, you know, Myspace. And thankfully, I've held on to it. And so I have this, okay? And so you'll hear the guitars at the beginning. They're kind of super distorted, and I did that on purpose. The drums are played. They're keyboard drums. They're not like SSD or anything like that. They're just like keyboard drums of I forgot what keyboard we had back in the day. But, oh, XV88. So those are XV88 drums. It's fake bass, real guitars, obviously real vocals, okay? So I took this.
Try to hide my feelings, push them.
A lot of ride cymbal.
The look in your eyes has me going crazy, and it makes me feel so motivated to prove that.
So that's the song, okay? Cool. So I ran that through Suno, and Suno made what it made. It made a really unique version of it. Obviously kept all the bass parts, right? All the basic main core parts. It had the chord structure, it had the guitar line, the da-da, 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 right? But it made it sound like 2025 and with better production. Here is what Suno popped out. So it extended the intro. So I loved that, and I thought that was super cool. Now, for the sake of just trying something unique, I figured instead of me going back in and re-recording the vocals and doing all of that, what if I did a remix? What if I took my original track from 2010, extrapolated the vocals, and then took Suno's rearrangement, 2025 version, and merged these two together? So that's exactly what I did. In Logic, if you weren't aware, you can actually get the stems of any track you want right in Logic without having to use Moises or anything like that. All you do is you right click on your track, you go to processing, and you go to stem splitter. And stem splitter will split up your track into a vocal, drum, bass, and other tracks. Here is my vocals from my track.
Can't take my eyes off of you, but I'm trying. Whispers coming in till I grasp on my wire. Warning me all about your past indiscretions and how I can't trust you.
Okay, super auto-tuned. All right, I wasn't a very good singer back in 2010. Okay, so I'm cleaning it up as best as I can. All right, so those are my original vocals extrapolated using the stem splitter in Logic from my 192 kilobits per second MP3 track from 2010. That I combined with the Suno track, and I said, you know what would be cool and different is if I did like a duet, if you will, with this. Okay, so this is half of this track. I've got the AI vocals singing my song, and then I've got my vocals singing my song, kind of going back and forth, right? So it's kind of giving it this different sort of vibe. It's nothing I've ever done before, and I don't know why I was motivated to do it this way, but I tried it out and I really liked the results. So also, at the beginning of the song, I've got the drums for the track. So those are the drums at the very beginning. Okay, here's the bass. Right? So together we've got this. So again, my original vocals, the Suno rearrangement together. Plus, I'm adding my guitars in there too.
I've been told that I like to play with the fire, cross the line to see who I hurt and admire. But there's something that pulls me in your direction, and I can't put my finger on it, baby. I can't take my eyes off of you, but I'm trying. Whispers coming in till I grasp on my wire. Warning me all about your past indiscretions and how I can't trust you at all, girl. But this feels so right. Tonight I will try to hide my feelings and push them aside, but the look in your eyes has me going crazy, and it makes me feel so motivated to prove them wrong. Maybe if we try just a little bit harder.
So you can see like how the rearrangement for this has worked, and it's actually coming together nicely, at least in my opinion. Now, one of the things about AI music in general that I find a little annoying, actually really annoying, is this. So here's how I did it, okay? I went into Suno as I uploaded my song, Going Crazy, to Suno. And then what it did is that it made two versions of it. This was back when Suno was in the 4.5 version, now it's in version 5. And then I got the song that I liked, and I went into getting the stems. These are the extracted stems that I got. You can extract the stems from a track that you make in Suno, which is awesome because if I want to take this and rearrange it like in a professional DAW, like Logic, Pro Tools, Cubase, Nuendo, whatever, you can do that. And you can download them in MP3s or waves. I obviously would want to download them in waves because I want the higher quality. But what happens is this really like super low quality, noisy MP3 sound that you get when you extrapolate it, right? So for example, the drums, when I play this back, everything sounds fine, but when I solo, let's say the drums, check this out. Like, listen to those cymbals. It sounds like it's being like played on like garbage can tins, you know? Like those cymbals don't sound good at all. They sound like really, really artificial, okay? Like super artificial, like Casio keyboard artificial type stuff. So obviously I don't love that, right? So the next step would be, and I haven't done this yet, is to take that and then maybe recreate it in your DAW with the drum sound that you like so that you can get it to sound the way that you want it to sound. I didn't do that for this track, for Going Crazy. So you'll hear portions of the song with the drums specifically where things are just like really tinny sound, okay? But when you put it all together, it's not terrible.
Feel so motivated to prove that.
When it's all mixed together, it's not terrible. But this was a fun experiment. I took my track from 2010 and I basically resuscitated it through Suno, where it basically took my arrangement, modernized it to 2025, extended the intro a little bit, and then I brought that back into Logic, took my original song, extrapolated that, got the stems, got my vocals, and pieced everything together. Not just my vocals, but my guitar tracks as well. And then once I got my track all ready to go, I went into Lander. Lander is my distributor of choice. I also use their mastering plugins on a lot of the stuff that I do. I also use a lot of their production plugins in general, soft synths and EQs and compressors and stuff. Absolutely love Lander, and they are the service that I use to get my music up online. These are the tracks that I've put up on Lander so far. And here's Going Crazy. Hey, I've got some 97 streams on this track. Hey, look at that. All right, killing it out there. But yeah, it was really easy to get this distributed through Lander. I also have this promo link where if I want to advertise my music on social or anything like that, I can just use this link right here, and I'll also link it in the description box below. So if you want to check out Going Crazy, you can. If Lander is something that you're interested in checking out to see if it's a good distribution choice for you, or if you want to master your music using Lander, I will leave a code in the description box below that'll get you 20% off of your purchase of Lander's services. And if you want to check out Going Crazy, again, I'll leave that in the description box below. And yeah, look, I know some people are weird about using Suno and how it pertains to songwriting and how it pertains to, you know, being like an artist or not. The way that I use Suno, I'm actually very comfortable with, because I'm taking my original recordings, I'm taking my songs that I have written, and I am uploading it into Suno, and really more as like a co-songwriter sort of situation where, like, you know, it might present me an arrangement that I didn't think of, or it might present me with just better sounding drums or a better bass line or better whatever, that I can then download the stems, bring that back into my project and put it out. I'm not going into Suno and just putting in prompts and whatever it spits out, I'm calling it my music. I'm not doing that with Suno. All right, I do have some ethical issues with that. But when I take my own music and I upload it and it remixes it and sends it back to me, and then I can take that and kind of make stuff with it, and or I have a song idea and I haven't done the production part of it yet, but I have the song, I have the verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, etc. And I record that into Suno on the app, and then it spits out an arrangement to me where I can hear, okay, I could do this with the drums here, I could do this with the bass here. That to me is a really cool and powerful tool that you can use to elevate your music from here to here. Let me know what you think about the song. Let me know what you think about this process in general. Is this something that you'd be interested in doing? I might try doing it some more in the future. All right, so who knows? Thanks so much for watching this video. My name is Amir, like the kind you look into. I'll see you in the next video. Later.